Welcome everybody. My name is Cristiano, and some of you might know that I have mixed background. I'm not fully Italian, but today my project is about Italian love affair. So pardon me if some of you feel something medicines I've taken, but because the Italiano's English is not so good, but we try. Okay, so first thing we do now is to make sure that the computer is working. Now it is working, and as you know, I started work very young age, just 14 years old. It is illegal actually, but never mind. Pasta fresca. Well, every day we would eat pasta. My mother cooked pasta, as you can see here, it's the bottom pyramid. Unlike Singapore, you eat rice and the noodles, you eat pasta. So, what can I say? In you seeking, sorry, this is English. So, when you speak bread, do not take with the balsamic vinegar or olive oil. This is wrong way. So this is rules for eating Italian food, and you must remember to have al dente by using salt in the water to increase the temperature. So you put the spaghetti in and you come out after 20 minutes is al dente. So now we move forward. After working in the pasta fresca, my boss would say ciao. I say, in the Chinese army, they say ciao is a bad word. So what do I say? My boss scolding me. I don't know how to perform. Anyway, I go follow my father, and he drives this car, and his favorite car, he do not let me drive. So I say, I buy this one. It's cheaper, smaller, but it's a Japanese version, it's Toyota Starlet. Anyway, coming back to this, my love affair for Italian things, all things Italian, came about for my father, who had so much passion for the Alfa Romeo. And as you know, the Alfas and the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis are part and parcel of Italian way of life. For your information, the only police force in the world that uses Lamborghinis is in Italy. They use it for special purposes, like transporting organs, which is really good, right? So anyway, apart from that, we also have soccer. I too participated in soccer in school and enjoyed the game because my favorite Italian players were all there. So, what else? Well, we can't forget the fact that Italy actually means calf, and I used to eat a lot of meat. One of my favorite foods was steak. John, well, there's this favorite steakhouse we used to go to, which is called Jack's Place, which is really affordable, so you can do it every week. But we're talking about Italy now. And in Italy, you will also notice that you've got two independent states inside Italy, San Marino and Vatican City, which happens to be the only country in the world which can lock its gates at night. Alright, well, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, for those who have been to Italy, is really interesting because it was built all the way back in the 12th century, 1173. It was used by Hitler, as a watchtower. Well, going on to Rome, my father went to Rome 2-3 years ago, and he told me there were a lot of cats. So I did a bit of research, and I found that an estimated 300,000 stray cats are in Rome. Okay, so if you like cats, go to Rome. Apart from the food and the history and architecture, this blew me away. I read a book called Home Sweet Rome. I was a Protestant for a while. I ended up going back to the Catholic faith in 2010, partly also because of the rich heritage, which is quite amazing. So, the Roman Colosseum, or the Colosseum was where many of y'all realized that the gladiators fought, right? And I too went on from being a cook to being a sort of race car driver, where I kind of lost my driving license on Orchard Road, competing with a friend. And I decided to be a bit holy and go to church again. Anyway, so the Dome of St. Peter, as you can see, it's one of the most beautiful places that you can actually go to, and it hosts up to 20,000 people, mind you, 20,000 at one time. So I had a lot of fun doing research in this project, and one of the things I wanted to also share is the fact that a lot of pronunciations have been mistaken, and I made all of these mistakes myself. You don't say, how do you say espresso? Right? Espresso, and chibata. And this is still things which are very interesting. Ferrari, margarita. So, yeah, anyway, the point about Italy is that they use a lot of facial expressions. And one of the reasons why was also because they were very fractions from the beginning. And therefore, they had many different dialects. And one of the best ways to communicate was to use these facial expressions and you know. So this is where it all originated from. Singapore uses a lot of that, right? This guy is gone ding dong. Well, it came from Italy, right? So one of the other things I wanted to also share with you a little bit about was the fact that fighting is not a way of life in Italy. Well, Italy is a land of lovers. And why I titled this topic as my Italian love affair was because although I couldn't find an Italian lover to get married to, I did find someone who loved food, and we shared common passions in it. And I also learned, to my horror very recently, that spaghetti meatballs is not Italian. That is an Americanized version of Roma sauce. So, but with all things said and done, I really enjoy going back to my roots. And again, I realized the roots was back in the way cars were designed. And this is my dream car. It's not a Lamborghini, nor a Ferrari. You can see I use a Ferrari flask here, but no, it's an Alfa Romeo. It's a way to remember my dad and how he drove. And he drove as a gentleman because he would allow you to pass, but not hog him in front. So I wish all of you all a wonderful new year. And as we run fast towards the end of the goal that we all set for ourselves, we don't cut people off, but embrace them and tell them that at the end of the day, life is short. So pacienta. Patience. Thank you very much.
Something juicy, naughty. Well, you talk about cars, soccer, and food.